You're at the end of the table. The board wants to know if you're going to hit this quarter's revenue target, and they want proof. On the monitor behind you is the official CRM dashboard, but on your laptop, hidden from view, is a messy spreadsheet you spent 4 hours manually patching together last night. You know the numbers on the screen don't reflect reality. Across the industry, baseline forecast accuracy sits at around 40%, which means statistically, your pipeline is a guess. Revenue leaders are being asked to make multi-million-pound decisions while flying blind, relying on fragmented data they quietly know is broken. This blindness is a specific structural problem for the mid-market. If your company generates between 3 and 20 million pounds in recurring revenue, and you have 15 to 40 sales reps, you are caught in a trap. On one end, basic CRMs are static databases holding information without direction. On the other, enterprise solutions cost over £100,000 for massive organizations. That leaves a massive empty gap. You're too large for spreadsheets, but too small for an enterprise behemoth. The cost of sitting in this gap is severe revenue leakage. Highly skilled sales reps end up losing perfectly winnable deals simply because they can't see the warning signs hidden deep inside their own decaying data. After 15 years rebuilding broken sales systems, founder Shane Mahi noticed a recurring pattern. Companies don't need another heavy tool added to their existing noise. What they actually need is an intelligence layer. This is the core architecture behind RevIntel. Instead of trying to replace systems you already use, this layer sits directly on top of HubSpot, Salesforce, or Pipedrive without ripping out current infrastructure. Once connected, it reads the fragmented data, filters the chaotic noise, and extracts precise, actionable signals. It takes a static, dumb database and turns it into an active commercial operating system that works on your behalf. By fixing data fragmentation at the architectural level, the noise is stripped away. The actual truth of the pipeline is forced to the surface. To see how quickly this architecture changes outcomes, look at a real-world deployment with DCB Legal. They operate a complex environment with over 50 different client models. Before the intelligence layer, leadership had zero unified visibility into which of those cases were actually viable to pursue. 43 days after connecting their data, they abandoned the manual spreadsheets, pinpointing exactly which cases were worth pursuing and which were dead weight. The platform instantly mapped their entire operation. It exposed previously invisible risks and isolated the wasted effort that had been quietly draining resources for months. This is exactly why the platform was built. It stops competent teams from bleeding revenue due to invisible data decay. So let's go back to the end of the table in that boardroom. The panic of defending a patched-together spreadsheet is gone. Under this new operating system, data replaces emotion, and intelligence replaces guesswork. This chart shows exactly what happens to the numbers. A volatile, unpredictable forecast smooths out, jumping to 85 to 95% accuracy. When the board asks why, you have the exact data-backed answer. Precise visibility transforms the pipeline from a list of names into a roadmap of specific, high-leverage actions for every rep on the floor. If you are running a mid-market revenue team, the pressure to deliver predictable numbers is relentless. If you're tired of guessing on a multi-million-pound pipeline or trying to manage a team using fragmented, unreliable data, RevIntel was built specifically for you. You don't need to rip out your CRM, and you don't need a massive enterprise budget. You just need to connect your systems and see the truth in your data.